So what is the square paper from Fotospeed and how can we use it in our printing and photography? Well, hello, welcome to this Fotospeed video with me, Tim Jones. Today what we're going to be looking at is the Fotospeed Square paper. Now, this comes in two different sizes, in 12 by 12 and 8 by 8. And it is square paper. It's already pre-cut for you and an absolutely fantastic addition to your paper shelf. Now, today's video, I'm gonna talk through kind of what it is and what kind of papers it comes in, and also actually how we go about using it in our printer as well, because we do have to set this paper up. It's a little bit like the panoramic, not too bad. We have to create kind of a user-defined paper size and things, but I'm going to talk you through actually how to do that and how to get it set up. But before we dive into all that, please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click that subscribe button in the bottom right if you haven't already. And also download the free ebook from Fotospeed called the Fotospeed Art of Printing. So it covers everything from switching on your printer to custom profiling to framing to mounting to bookmaking. So it is a great resource, even if you're a seasoned printer and you want a bit of a recap or you're new to printing, it's got something for everyone in there. So just go on photospeed.com and click on the Fotospeed Art of Printing to download. Okay, so let's have a look at the Fotospeed Square paper. Now, the square paper we've had for Fotospeed is a product we've had for a while, to be honest. And it doesn't get enough attention, so I thought I'd just do a video on it to kind of bring more attention to this square paper and this amazing product. Now, I'm quite a big fan of actually shooting in square and also to kind of crop to square as well and to print. But the other problem is you always wasted a bit of paper at the bottom. So, and if you're shooting on, say, an A4, A3 Plus, or A2 even, you always kind of lose a little bit at the bottom. So at Fotospeed, we have hopefully addressed this issue by producing some square paper, which gives you lovely square prints that can be mounted nice and easily and to fit into square frames. Now, like I said before, they come in two sizes, a 12 by 12, but also an 8 by 8 size as well. So you can have a big one or a small one. And they come in three paper types. So they come in platinum baryta that I've got in my hand here. So they also come in platinum etching and also PF luster as well. So we haven't got all our papers available in them, but if there is demand, we could possibly have a look at that and expand the range a little bit. So those are the ones we kind of focus on and seems to be the most popular that people wanted to use. So it gives just another way of thinking as well. I'm a big fan in photography, to be honest, of almost photography in the digital age has got so many options and so many parameters and so many things. If we can kind of limit those possibly, then I find it creatively quite liberating that I can then, you're kind of limited to the square format perhaps. So there's one less thing to think about, so you can be really focused. And that goes for the same if you're just printing A4 or just printing A2 or panoramic or something. But there's something about the square being even all the way around that really focuses the mind when you're shooting, but also helps you to focus when you're printing as well and what is important in there. And it really focuses the viewer as well. So I'm quite a big fan of it as well. Now, when you're actually shooting on square, there's a couple of options. You can shoot full frame, so you can shoot the whole width of your sensor. So you've got that full frame there, and then you can crop down. Or if your camera has, most cameras do have this option of aspect ratio, and you can actually crop it down to 1 by 1. So you can shoot in square actually on your digital cameras. Or if you're still shooting film and you're shooting 6 by 6 roll film, then you've kind of got the best of everything because you've got that big chunky medium format camera in front of you, but also you've got that 6 by 6 and that lovely square format as well. So there's a few options when we're shooting. Now, probably the easiest option is to actually crop down in the computer. And then you've got more options. So if you did want to print a an A4 version of it, you could. But if you wanted to print a square version of it, you've got best of both worlds there. However, like I said, I kind of find that if you're in the mindset to shoot square, by just having that kind of aspect ratio set, it changes the way you think. And it just changes the way you approach your photography and what you actually shoot as well. But give it a try. There's no right or wrong. Just see which works for you and which one you prefer, to be honest. I won't be offended either way. Okay, so we talked a little bit about the paper and the finishes we do and the sizes we do, but actually how do we use it? So for this, what I'm going to do is we're going to dive into Lightroom. Now the principles are the same in most softwares, to be honest. So you can do this in Photoshop or Lightroom or Capture One and things. I'm just going to go into Lightroom and just show you how to set up a page and the page size, and then we'll do some prints. We can have a look at the different finishes just to see if there's any difference. Okay, so let's dive into Lightroom and let's get a 12 by 12 page set up. The principles are the same for the 8 by 8, we just change it to 8 by 8. But I'm just going to do the 12 by 12 today because it's nice and big for video so you guys can see it. Okay, so let's dive into Lightroom. Okay, so I have a picture on my screen. Now, this was actually a crop. It was a shot I took up in the woods, just walking over Christmas. And it was actually a crop. So I didn't shoot in square format. I actually shot full frame. And then I decided just to crop it down. So here's the original shot here. But there looked to be a little bit on the left-hand side here that I didn't really need. And when I actually popped it to square and moved it across a little bit, using this tree trunk as a bit of a framing tool and then just pop it in, seemed to work a little bit better for me. You may disagree, but it seemed to work a little bit better in the square format as well. Just have a little bit of a straight in there as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this one a print actually, and just to see how it looks and what it looks like. So the first thing I need to do is go into the print dialog, and I'm set up for photo cards because it's been Christmas and I was setting up some photo cards here. So what I'm going to do is I just need to put my rows to 1 on 1. So I've got a nice picture here. And what I'm going to do though is I need to, instead of being on A4 borderless, I need to set this up for 12 by 12. So the easiest way to do that is go into page setup. Now this will give us our paper size, and in here we need to go into custom paper size or user defined. So in here on my Mac I've got manage custom sizes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a paper size, and I'm just going to rename that as well just by clicking on it, and I'm going to call it SQ12 by 12. Okay, so what we need to do is just put in the height, which is 304.8, which is 12 inches in millimeters. So 304.8, there we go. So the margins are on the Epson P700, so they're all going to be set to 0 at the minute. And then what I'm going to do is just click OK, and then click OK again in here, and then I should have a nice square page for me now. And now we can use it as we would a normal print. So we could just print it so it's absolutely huge like this. Or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a 3 centimeter border all the way around the outside. And because we've cropped it to square, it will fit perfectly. Now, again, that's how we set it up really. Everything else is going to be the same. So we're just going to scroll down. Now I'm going to be printing this in black and white because it's black and white, but you could select your profile as normal. I'm going to actually use the black and white mode on the Epson here, so manage by printer. And then I'm going to go into my print settings, on my printer settings. Now I'm actually on Ventura here, so it may look a little bit different to yours, but all the settings should be there. Now I'm going to go down to my printer options, and then just make sure my color management is on Epson color controls here, which is fine. And I'm going to print on the platinum brighter. So just make sure I'm on the brighter setting in the Epson media types there. Color controls, I want that on Epson standard RGB. And then we need to change it to advanced black and white mode. And then we can just click OK. And then when we're ready, we'll click print and make the print. Okay, so here is the print. Nice square picture. It's nice in the middle. We've got that nice, lovely even border all the way around. Now doing it in Lightroom makes that nice and easy. And I'm quite happy with it actually. I didn't really know what to do with these pictures when I took them and things. It's not usually my typical thing. However, I'm quite happy with it and the brighter suits it really, really nicely. So I could print this on the platinum etching actually, and I think it would look equally as good. However, I think I'm going to stick with the brighter because I really, really do like kind of the finish it's given and it looks really, really nice on here. I'm really happy in the way it's come out as well. Now, also, we've got the luster in there as well, which really would look equally as good. But for me, this kind of shot works really, really well on the platinum brighter as well. Now, like I said, we're kind of limited to those 3 paper types at the minute. However, if there is a big interest in it, we're more than happy to kind of have a look at and see what we can do with other media types as well. But really happy with that. Now, it's been a bit of a quick video and I hope that kind of gives you an idea of how to very quickly kind of set up these paper types and these media types and the paper sizes as well, be it 12 by 12 or 8 by 8 within Lightroom or Photoshop and everything in there as well. So I hope that's given you kind of an insight of how to set everything up. And hopefully it's inspired you to do some square pictures and go out and shoot square and think in a different way, because I think that's what square does. It gives you a different perspective on your own photography and what you can do with it. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's new videos every Thursday coming out. Also, don't forget to download the Fotospeed Art of Printing. This is a free ebook from Fotospeed. Just go on the Fotospeed website and click on the Fotospeed Art of Printing link and it will take you to the page where you just pop in your email and name and we will email you a download link so you can download the PDF copy of the Art of Printing. So, like I said, new videos every Thursday on the Fotospeed YouTube channel. So, until next Thursday, bye-bye.